Hey everybody, so welcome back. Here are, I wrote some things, prerequisites that we need to actually satisfy to basically um, get our automation framework up and running and being able to start coding. So the first thing we want to do if you're using the Windows machine, and just we are using Windows machine since we are doing this primarily for Windows operating system. So the first thing you have to do, we want to set up a Java JDK on your machine. Make sure it's set up. All right. So, and you can actually simply Google how to set up Java JDK on there. I will just give you a quick overview what you need to do, but you can always go ahead and basically look it up yourself and see how you do it. But the first thing you want to do, right, is to basically go and Google, go to Google and look for Java JDK downloads. And right now there's a Java JDK Kit download here, 10. So just choose your 64-bit operating system, I believe. That's the one that's there right now. So you can download that. When you download it, you'll have the executable there, and you should be able to follow the steps in installing this. And I did a quick Google there for you guys. I'm not writing this out, but here's where you basically download from Oracle. Once you do that, what I suggest you do is go into your folder that we had created in the QA test and create a JDK folder, okay? And basically in that JDK folder, just when you download that exe, just have it extracted into this folder, right? So so that's basically where your destination will be. And now when you are installing right now, you should be able to choose that destination, that folder name, and look into that destination file, and then you basically click OK, and then basically proceed from there. After you have completed that, okay, after you completed the installation of the JDK, the thing that you really have to do is you will have to set up your environmental variable information. And that's what I'm going to show you how to get there. Okay, so what I wanted you to do is click on Start, okay, and then just go to Control Panel. Once you click on Control Panel, you should see where it says System. Click on System. And there's another option here, System. Click on that. Advanced Settings. And here's where you're going to be able to access your environmental variables. You click on Environmental Variables. Alright. And then that's where you will be able to, like for example, Java Home. I have it set up here. The GRE is there, but the JDK here, I have Java Home. So with yours, you can click on New System Variables, for example, right? When you click on System Variables, you can add Java Home in your System Variables. And you should be able to set up that. So let me just show you real quick. I already have mine set up, but you could follow this tutorial. One second. Yeah, so you could see that it shows you here how you could set yours up. In our case, we are going to be pointing to our environment that we basically set as JDK, and there is where you actually put the information in there. And you click OK, Java Home, and that's where your Java Home will be. Right. Once you configure that, you want to also you can configure the Java path settings, right? Under the system variable option, under path, and then what you do is at the end of it here, what you could do is 1 second. So here, this is not the, in here at the end you put a semicolon and then just basically put yours in here, so it's a CQA test folder on there, right? So CQA test, and wherever the other folder that we created, that's where you actually add it. So one minute. Yes, that's going to go into the QA test JDK folder. You just change that, and then that should be able to set that up. So the next thing you want to do, let me close this off. Alright, open your command window, and to test this out, type Java. If you see something like this, then your Java is basically set up on there. So if you have any issues, you can provide those comments on there, and I will try to assist you. But I would say Google those. There's a lot of help out there how to set it up, and these are some of the pages that I've looked at, and there's so many help out there. So the focus basically is mostly for you to get the framework and understanding the framework. But this is important for you to basically get that up and running. If you can't, then you're not going to be able to proceed or, progress. But that's the first step, just setting up your Java JDK in your environment. The next video, I will basically show you creating the folder structures, and then downloading your fitness jar and other things that you will need, such as your Visual Studio, things like that. So we've completed this one. Once you're done with that, then we go on to the next step of setting up the folder structure of the framework. Again, download the fitness jar and place them in the correct folder. Set up the batch file to launch the fitness server. Start the fitness server and set up the fitness to point to fit and FitRunner, exe current structure, etc. So you can see there's a lot of things that we're going to be that we need. So the next one now is we are going to go ahead and set up the folder structure for your framework.